Hey everybody, welcome once again to another LOH Health year-end review. This one covering life events for 2019. 2019 was a very busy year for us compared to last, even though some years we've had kind of hallmark stuff happen. This year had probably the largest amount of stuff happening. Just so much stuff. In which case we're going to, of course, just highlight the ones that we think are kind of milestones or things we want to make note of. Mainly just for friends and family and ourselves, just to kind of keep track of like little time capsules of what happened during the course of time. So first off, we're going to start with January. We went down to Downtown Disney, mainly because there was a Kingdom Hearts 3 little like demo kiosk exhibit thing that was highly underwhelming.
Oh God, it was so underwhelming.
I also wanted to do the Void, which is kind of this cool VR. They use Oculus Rifts, the VR like where you're going through physical areas, and there's actually like you will see a wall and you can reach out and the wall is actually there.
It was incredible.
It was actually really cool. We did the Star Wars one and it was just really awesome and very cool.
Keep getting emails about them doing different things.
Doing events, yeah.
I feel like we need to go.
We will probably eventually go again at some point.
It was really
it was
cool.
really worth it.
If you can deal with, if VR doesn't make you ill, I highly recommend it.
Because it's very much like what VR could eventually be. And
Cool.
it will get there cost-wise.
It was so cool.
I was really happy about that. Other things that happened, let's say in February for Valentine's Day, we decided to kind of put our heads together and we got us something that we've always wanted. And we'll leave it at that for now. Also in March of this year, I did a little video with my nephew, Nate, which I am now calling the Upnate. So every year, periodically, we're going to do a video together, structured just like this, where we talk about stuff that he's into and family stuff that goes on. So yeah, it's kind of cute. He's grown up, and as time goes by, he was 7 this year. As time goes by, we'll see him grow up on this channel and, even see his gamer score rise and what he's into.
If he doesn't get locked out of that account.
Yeah, and I was like comparing it to mine, where his is like, 3 digits and mine's like 6. Nonetheless, it was kind of cool to have him come over, and we look forward to that happening again. Another thing that happened was Rose, in April, officially started her own storefront. So she has a Store Envy site where she sells all of her charms, prints, pins, and this isn't, you have a site, Redbubble, right, that will basically
put my artistic images on merch for me, like
on a bunch of different merch, comforters,
shirts,
socks, anything that you would want,
clocks,
and you get a very small
notebooks.
percentage, but it's a percentage of, you would never produce comforters, you would never produce mugs because you would have to store them,
shirts because sizing and stuff.
But
and I also, for the first time, no, that was last year, that I started making enamel pins last year.
But this year she went full force into having a website and actually having pins and everything created to where you would ordering large batches of pins and charms that we now store here, to the point where now you're shipping out stuff from here. So we had to get a printer so you could print out labels, packaging material, envelopes.
Just basic printers are very cheap. I was really surprised.
Like, it's always the toner that gets you.
Yeah, it's the toner that gets you.
But it's kind of funny because it reminded me of kind of like, old school animation, small business, product in, product out, prints. And it's really cool. And it's actually been relatively profitable.
It's been okay.
More so that we didn't go to a convention this year.
Well, I need to make
more. There's a bunch of other stuff.
Art.
But the idea is you still were able to sell your art to people, and the amount is all that overhead of booth, table, hotel rooms, all that stuff you were been able to do with Store Envy. And I've been relatively surprised, and I am a manager and money guy at heart, by how profitable and how useful it actually is.
Don't oversell it.
I'm not overselling it. I'm very impressed and proud that you actually decided to do that, move forward, and it hasn't broken the bank, because that could easily break the bank if you're not smart about it.
I guess.
Yes. Other things that happened in 2019 life events. Unfortunately, my stepmom Dawn's dad passed. But they had like
bummer segue.
Yes, but the nice thing about it is his remembrance, which they're kind of doing nowadays instead of funerals and whatnot, where he had a bunch of friends actually fly from out of town. He was a big Philadelphia Eagles fan. He had a big circle of friends from that. A lot of them came down, and that's what they bonded on. Seeing all these people come out for this like farewell remembrance thing, which is very cool. Like I actually thought it was very touching because I'm used to like, I've been to funerals where there's hundreds of people. I've been to funerals where there's like just the family, so like a dozen people. So seeing something like this, I thought was really cool and just inspiring to see all these people come together to support their fallen friend. And also what brought them together was football, was this team. And it's kind of interesting to see going forward what's going to be pulling everybody together in the future. Will it be our circles of friends or our circle of gaming friends? Usually it's like your work and your family and friends from then, but it's interesting to see an extended family to come out and support you that way.
What circle of gaming friends?
Well, when I retire, I'll probably have a circle of gaming friends.
Oh, you think that?
Yeah. Anywho.
Because you're such a social guy.
Moving on. In July, our friend Lilia finally attended her first anime convention.
That's Marcus.
And that's Marcus and Lilia. You saw them. They were in actually last year's Life Events video, if you watched that. But we're very old school convention veterans at this point. We've been to dozens. We have attended them. We've worked them in different capacities.
Gone to them for 20 years?
I'm not burnt out on them, but I've had my fill. So she wanted to go to one. She hadn't been to one. So she actually went to MetroCon, which is in Tampa here or across the bay. In which case I'll go, I'll support, but I'll be the adult who sits outside. Their kid will go run around.
And I'm the kid that goes running around still.
But they were all happy because they got to dress up, and it was just nice to see her actually experience that. But like,
she's dressed up as a Jigglypuff Gijinka. I don't actually know what Marcus is dressed up as.
Gengar?
I got yelled at. I don't think he's Gengar.
Once again, we don't know that much Pokemon. See the movie thing.
I know more Pokemon than you do.
But nonetheless, we didn't actually go to that many conventions or work that many conventions. It's actually been a really busy year for us, which I'll bring up probably more coming up. But the other idea is too, you've been able to share your artwork and everything with people and make money off of that by yourself without having to go to conventions. And conventions have gotten very expensive to attend as a dealer, from the hotels, the tables, and even the time. Now I'm going to the 4 days now. That's just so much, and there's so many vendors now. You're competing with so much. It's just a lot of work, and I haven't found it.
Don't want me to go because you don't want me to go buy a ton of stuff and earn a salary from the other people.
We have put not rules or stipulations down, but we kind of totally need to revamp your whole kit for the convention, and that requires a lot of work.
Yeah, I need a lot
of work.
I need to do on my part because I need to do a whole bunch more art.
Now, things that happened in the summer, if you've talked to me, last year, work-wise, and I don't talk that much about work, last year we moved one of our warehouses in Newport Richey. It was a little bit of endeavor, but I knew moving the warehouse that I kind of personally oversee in Pinellas was also moving. And it was something we've been working on for a couple months, and it was going to come into full swing and actually happen this year. And it did, and it ate up a lot of my time. It was...
your attention.
It was extremely challenging. A lot of things were changing last minute, and this is nothing against the state that I work for. The state government is great. But if you talk to me...
It was just a lot. It was a major
It was a
move.
lot, and I was able to handle it. It was a challenge. It was fine. I am very thankful to all the support from all my administration and all the higher-ups. They've been very supportive
they actually
and
really,
appreciative
really
of the work that the team did and my team did. It's just, it was very challenging.
But you did it. And
but it was done.
All I knew you could, and everybody believed in you too.
And we're still working through it. But the good news is my warehouse, compared to my old one, now has hot water and Wi-Fi, which, as we know, is actually very important in this day and age.
It also had bats at first, but they're gone.
There's so many things I could talk about that place.
Oh, yeah, and you have at length to our
also,
friends.
during the summer, our rent, as always, goes up, and we started to look around at condos and areas to maybe kind of move out. In which case, this one condo that we went to the walk-in closet, and you could not walk into it. It was so tight.
That was the walk-in closet in the master bedroom.
And that's the bigger closet in this place.
And his expression says it all.
So we've looked at a bunch of condos. Luckily, Rose's father is a realtor, and he can get us into some places if they have one of those key thingies. So we went looking around, and we're looking at the finances. And if you've talked to me, I have like at least a 6-hour story, which most people don't hear. They only hear the 2-hour version or 30-minute version. But yeah, we looked at a bunch of different places. And during that time frame, we also went to the aquarium. That's actually your father there. He's a realtor. We went to the Florida Aquarium, which was my first time, I think, going there. I don't recall ever going there before.
I've never been there as far as I know.
It was cool. I like very much seeing like the production of it, like looking at all the water lines and stuff to kind of see how it works. But that was
especially liked upstairs when we could see all of the different tops of the tanks and whatnot. You loved that.
It was very cool. Like I enjoyed it. If you've never been to the Florida Aquarium,
it was neat.
It's always worth going to. And if you've been there once, I don't know why I need to go again.
If you like fish.
Anywho,
I like the seahorses. They were super duper cute, and they had really little itty bitty ones, and I love them.
In October, we went to the one of the I don't want to say the first kind of like influencer, but I guess our first live podcast that we went to for Stuff You Should Know, which, as you know, Stuff You Should Know is a podcast that we very much enjoyed. They've toured around. They very rarely come down to Florida. A lot of podcasts don't come down to Florida for live showing. So when they did, we jumped on that. Other people that we've seen are like Game Grumps and NSP and stuff like that we've gone to see. This was our first live podcast, which was really kind of cool. And then one other thing that happened in October is that we officially went ahead and we basically went ahead and bought a townhouse.
We're in a new place.
In which case, I'm going to stop right now so I can pull up the video because I didn't pull up the video. So I will edit accordingly.
Oh man, look at your hair. And that was only 3 months ago. Your hair grows so fast.
And what we're going to do now is we're going to show a quick video that we did where right after closing, this is us walking around the place, in which case we looked around at a bunch of different places. We didn't want to go too far from where we work. I just mentioned my warehouse move, so we're kind of closer to my warehouse, a little bit further from your work, but it's all within the slim margins. But yeah, we decided to stop paying rent and actually kind of get a bigger place. And we've had, it was a very interesting experience.
It was, in a lot of ways, it was way easier than we thought
nowadays,
it would be.
compared to last time when I bought a house, you can do a lot of it online. People are sending PDFs. You can digitally sign for stuff. Basically, constantly, I was calling people, emailing people almost every day. We were able to get it done in less than a month. So kind of rushed, but it's a story, in which case, if you wanted the details, I can talk to you guys or about it individually. But no, we're just very happy with it. We have tons of more space. It just has guaranteed that we will be in Pinellas for at least 20 to 30 more years, but we will be more comfortable, we'll be more financially sound. And it's
just pay rent.
Yeah, it's just very nice. And right now we're like 90% everything is done. We have had people come over, look at the place. There's of course a bunch of little projects we want to do with it, which we can do now because it's our place.
We can paint shit.
So that's very nice that we're happy with it. We, of course, friends and family are more than welcome to contact us to do a little tour of the place. We're more than happy to show it. Just like the old apartment, when we got that set up for people to come out and see it, people are always impressed by how much stuff we have and how we display stuff.
And we got even more display now.
Yeah. But no, we're really happy with it. It's a big step for us, and we're very, very happy that we made that step. But that was also one of the fun, challenging things this year that took a lot of time, was after I spent months with this warehouse move, I then did a house move.
And I was sick for like a month straight, not even exaggerating. It was like one thing after another.
It was a challenge, and we're happy to have it out of the way. And it was just nice that we felt we were finally comfortable enough financially to pull the trigger on it. It just seemed like the best time to do it.
And maybe next year this time we'll have another member of the family. I mean a dog. I'm never having children.
I mean a car, because we need to have that done first. As you know...
My car is fine.
Yeah, as you know, we will go over that a bunch of times. Anywho, that will be on probably next year's Life Events, a new car for Rose. Anywho, so that's...
new puppy.
That's the new townhouse.
Puppy.
In November, because I had the townhouse, this year... with Thanksgiving, we rotated, like her family, my family, and this year I was supposed to go out to my mom's, but instead I invited them to our place so we could have Thanksgiving here, because now we have a big place.
Cracker Barrel made dinner.
And we did the thing where we basically bought like the Thanksgiving pack from Cracker Barrel, reheated everything, and it was actually really good. And going forward, the next couple of family Thanksgivings are probably going to be at our place, and we'll probably keep doing that. What else happened? Oh yeah, as the year ended up, in December, we went to the Suncoast Center for Fine Scale Modeling. I got into this kick of looking at different like train sets and modeling and scales and stuff, and I realized there was a center actually in Pasco that was only open 1 day a month and closed 3 months a year. So that business model alone made me go, what's going on there? So we drove out there, and it was really cool. I was really surprised by how much detail they had
It
there.
was really neat.
I also like the fact that, just like with me, sometimes with the smaller stuff, you want to tell stories. So you kind of look in the background of the different dioramas and kind of see what's going on. But each county, and I know there's a couple in Orlando, if you like this kind of stuff, look into it. It's really kind of just cool. It's like really cheap. Just kind of go and walk around. Doesn't take that much time. Great for kids.
I like miniatures, so it was really neat. But they're only open like one day a month.
Yeah.
And they're closed 3 months out of the year.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see like why they would do that and you get better understanding the business model end of it. But no, I really, really enjoyed it. And that's kind of it for the year. It was a very challenging, packed full year of just stuff going on. Like the townhouse alone, there were so many ups and downs, mostly ups. Like it wasn't as stressful as it could have been. And we made out pretty well. But even like this year, some of the the downturn things that happened, like we had multiple car issues, which everybody has car issues. But no, we were really happy with how this place turned out. Eventually, I'll probably do a video once it's all set up of like what we've done. But of course, if your friends or family, you're more than welcome to message me to come out and take a look at it. I very much love to showcase it. But yeah, who knows what 2020 is going to be? It's not going to be as eventful as this year. I can guarantee it's not going to be as eventful as this year.
Don't jinx it.
But I will say, with all that life events happening, if you watch any of our other videos, we were still able to like do a lot of content. Over 200 video games for me, over 60 movies for us, over 30 TV series, 15 anime series. We were still able to do a lot, even with all this different things going on.
Not to mention anything about all the art that I did this year, and I was involved in multiple different zine projects. Or zines.
Yeah, I mean, all that product that you made this year, that you sold this year, it's all stuff that you worked on and looked into different vendors and having them shipped. And like, it was just a really good year. I mean, it was a busy year, challenging year, but good year. Stuff happened. And like, we've done a lot of things to set ourselves up for the next 5, 10, 20 years of what we want to do. And it's nice to have that kind of just stability, which is very nice. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Once again, these videos all come out at the end of the year. Very rarely do I have any more videos that come out mid-year. You'll have the annual update coming out in March, of course.
But just random, just like if we go to something, sometimes we'll do
something. We do. But most of the time, I'll just post it on Facebook, and then I'll just show you, pull the pictures from there and put that on this at the end of the year. Anywho, as always, thanks everybody for watching very much, and I hope to maybe see you in 2020. Probably won't, but if you want to, just contact me. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.